What's up, y'all? Welcome back Pitchside with Parker to another video, and today I am very excited because we are going to start previewing the Euros. We are counting down the days until June 11th when Euro 2020 will officially kick off, although of course we are now in 2021. And so in this video I'm going to cover all the basics of the Euros. So if you want to know the teams, the groups, the favorites, how the host cities work, when the games will be, how to watch them, all that type of stuff will be covered in this video. Now, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and turn on the post notifications because I will also be doing group by group breakdowns with every single team, all 24. So definitely make sure you got the post notifications on. Those will be coming as we get closer to the actual kickoff. But for now, this is just going to be a general Euro preview, hopefully get you a little excited and just give you a general overview of what to look forward to in this tournament. Now, before we get started, I got two things I need y'all to do. First of all, like the video before we even get into it, because that's what we do on this channel. And second of all, leave a comment. As it says on the board, let me know who is your winner of Euro 2021. I want to hear your predictions and also who will take home the golden boot. Not to give any spoilers, but if I had to pick, I'm going with France to win the Euros and Lukaku from Belgium to win the golden boot. So I'm going to start this video off by just giving y'all a little bit of basic information about the tournament. So it kicks off on June 11th, and there will be about 2 weeks straight where there will be group stage games every single day. The final is on July 11th, so the tournament will run for 1 month, and it's being held all across Europe. So the way that it works is there's going to be 6 groups of 4 teams. Each group has 2 host cities, which may or may not be very close to each other across the continent. But basically, each of the host cities splits the responsibilities for hosting the group games. So half are played at each city. One thing to note is that the stadium that will host the most games in Euro 2021 is Wembley Stadium in London. They are one of the group stage host sites for the group that England is in. They will also host a round of 16 game, and they're hosting the semifinal and the final. So you're going to see a lot of football played at Wembley. Now, you might be wondering, will there be fans in the stadiums? We have seen fans coming back into stadiums across Europe through the very ends of the domestic seasons. We saw them at the Champions League final. And yes, fans are going to be allowed in at the Euros. Because they're being held in all these different locations, there's different guidelines set up by each local governing body that will determine how many fans will be let in, but the stadium with the lowest allowed capacity is still at 22%. For the vast majority of the host sites, which is Munich, Amsterdam, Bucharest, Copenhagen, Glasgow, Rome, and Seville, between 20 and 30% of capacity will be allowed. Then Baku and St. Petersburg both will allow 50% capacity, so pretty full in those stadiums. And Budapest is the most interesting one. It will have 100% capacity. That is the only host city that can say that, but supposedly they have very strict entry requirements, so maybe they're only letting in vaccinated fans. It's a little bit unclear, but they will have a full stadium. And as for Wembley, it's only going to be allowed 25% capacity for the group stage and for the round of 16 match, but the local authorities are going to try to get that number increased before the semifinal and the final. So if they're successful, the semifinal and the final may turn into really huge events, and that would be very exciting. And if you're wondering how to watch all the games this summer, make sure you have an ESPN Plus subscription. ESPN Plus will air all the games. If you have cable, you can watch most of the games on ESPN. There will be a few on ESPN2 and a few on ABC as well, but every game will be available through ESPN Plus. It's a great subscription service. I've covered that in a different video. They're also going to be picking up La Liga rights heading into next season, so now is a good time to try it out. If you ask me, it's definitely a service you should have if you're a big soccer fan, and it will allow you to watch all the Euro matches this summer. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Euro 2020 groups. There will be 6 groups, 4 teams apiece, which makes 24 teams participating. And to get to the round of 16, the top 2 from each group will advance, and then the remaining 4 spots will be filled by the 4 best 3rd place finishers. And you can see the groups on the screen. I think the one that pretty much jumps out to everybody is Group F, the final group. That is definitely the group of death. I mean, you've got 2 of the biggest favorites for the entire tournament, Portugal and France, in the same group. And Germany is in there as well. Now, I don't know what Hungary did to UEFA to end up getting put in this group, but pray for the Hungarians. Beyond that, I'm very interested in Group D as well. England and Scotland being in the same group is just going to be incredibly entertaining because the host cities for that group are also London and Glasgow. And then of course Croatia, who was the finalist in the last World Cup, and Czech Republic, who is an up-and-coming team that has a lot of talented players. I'm very interested in that Group D. In terms of teams who may have gotten the best draws here, I would pick out Italy in Group A, Belgium in Group B, and Netherlands in Group C. I would definitely favor those three teams to finish top of their group. And although those three may not be as big of favorites as France or Portugal or England heading into the tournament, I think they will really be helped by having an easier run through the group stage and a potential to go deeper in the tournament. According to the bookmakers, England, France, and Portugal all have the best odds to win the Euros. They are coming in as the favorites, and those are certainly going to be the teams that most people have their money on. But I also want to give you two names to keep an eye on in terms of countries that could make a dark horse run. You want to look for a Cinderella team? I've got two ideas for you. The first is Turkey in Group A. Turkey has a trio of players from Lille, who just won Ligue 1 over PSG this season. They also have players like Söyüncü, Cengiz Ünder, who plays for Leicester City. They've got a very talented team. They did well in qualifiers. They even beat France. And that group isn't too difficult. I think they could finish ahead of Wales and Switzerland and make a deep run. And Turkey are 50-1 to win the entire tournament, so hey, maybe put down a little fiver on that. And the other team I have to mention, yes, I'm biased, I'm wearing the kit. I think Sweden could be a dark horse in this tournament. It may have seemed like a blow that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not going to be available after he announced that he would be coming back out of retirement to join the Swedish team. He will be out with injury, but in my opinion, that's actually good for Sweden. In 2018 at the World Cup, they played without Zlatan for the first time, and they actually advanced further than they ever did with him. They have some very young, exciting attacking talents like Alexander Isak, and if they can carry over that momentum from the 2018 World Cup, I could see them making a run here as well and finishing second in Group E. Sweden are 75-1 to win the Euro tournament, and so again, if you want odds on a long shot, I would say go with the Swedes. There are only 3 countries in world football who have made the quarterfinals of the last men's and women's World Cup. England, France, and Sweden is the third one, so don't sleep on the Swedes. Anyway, there's going to be plenty more to say about the Euros. I will be covering it more as we go forward, and as I said, there will be those group by group previews, so definitely be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on the post notifications so you don't miss them, and drop a like on this video if you didn't already. It means a lot to the channel, it really helps us grow, and as we are approaching 500 subscribers, it would mean the world to me. So that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to leave your predictions for Golden Boot and Euro 2021 champions in the comments below, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Peace.